What's up and welcome back. I'm John Stark from MacMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and I'm back. We're talking Oscars, and these are my predictions for my very first predictions of the year for Best Actress for this year, for 2025. So none of these films, none of them, no one has. Well, I mean, somebody has, I guess, at a studio somewhere, because it's dailies, but basically no one has. And it's all just like buzz and hype and names and who's working with who and what studio is distributing what, and what's the release date and what film festivals are they going to, and it's all that. And all these films could suck. Literally all of them could suck, and all of these could be wrong. Everybody could be wrong, and we could get a completely different set of nominees that we're not even thinking about from films we don't even know are going to be at the fall film festivals that suddenly just appear out of nowhere. So it's totally possible. Anyway, so here we go. I've got number one, I've got Julia Roberts for After the Hunt. That's my top pick. Makes the most sense right now. She hasn't been nominated in a hot minute. I think her last nomination was for August Osage County, so it's been a few years. And she's got one Oscar behind her, but she is sort of like legend status. So she is somebody who could do a second Oscar win, and it's been long enough. It's been 25 years since Erin Brockovich. So 25 years feels like it was sort of the same conversation we were making last year about Angelina Jolie. It would have been 25 years. She won for Girl Interrupted. She didn't win for Maria or even get nominated for Maria. So I suspect Julia Roberts won't stay the front runner, but for right now, she just makes the most sense. Just like last year, Angelina Jolie from Maria made the last sentence, and then she ended up not getting nominated. So doesn't look good for Julia Roberts right now. However, it is Luca Guadagnino. However, Luca Guadagnino also had Daniel Craig last year, who he couldn't get to an Oscar nomination. So really still not looking good for Julia Roberts, but we're just going to hope for the best and go with Julia Roberts for After the Hunt. Anyway, everyone else thinks Julia Roberts is going to happen. And honestly, independently, I think, yeah, I see it. I mean, I've heard the source material is good. And yeah, so I think it'll be fine. I think it's going to be enough of a different performance for her, hopefully. So, who else do I have? Number two. I've got Renata Reyes for Sentimental Value. Obviously, she's been doing great work, and she's amassed sort of a following, and it kind of feels like it's time. I can make that conversation for her. And I think Sentimental Value is going to do well at Cannes. I think it's going to come out of Cannes, and we're going to get it as a front runner in several categories. It's going to be one of the ones that suddenly pops, and everybody's talking about it. It's being distributed, I believe, by Neon, so it's already got sort of that vibe to it where it could easily do well. It's got great positioning for Stellan Skarsgård, also who's never been nominated. So we have these two actors who feel like they have clout to be able to get nominated, and I don't know why not. Renata's got enough things behind her now where it feels like, yeah, I can see it happening. Anyway, number three. Amanda Seyfried for Anne Lee. Yeah, I'm kind of going out on a limb for this one. Not everybody has her, at least as a prediction. They have her sort of like being tracked. It's a musical, sort of, from what I understand. It's a little bit of a musical. She's playing like the leader of a cult, and I could see Amanda Seyfried doing that. Also, I just finished Long Bright River not that long ago, and I've come to accept the fact that Amanda Seyfried has matured a lot from her days when I didn't think she was that great of an actress. She's already an Oscar nominee. So the ripping off the Band-Aid of saying Academy Award nominee Amanda Seyfried, that's done. This would be her second nomination. So I think there's a possibility here that she could impress in a way that outside of a COVID year where she actually is a performance people are talking about. So I think it's possible, but the true story aspect of it, she gets to sing a little bit. So it feels like a performance that's tailor-made for her, and we'll see what happens. I am going a little bit on a limb. I'll say that I've seen a lot of other people do these prediction videos, and not everybody has Amanda Seyfried. Very few people. So moving down the list, I'm keeping Cynthia Erivo for Wicked for Good. I don't know what I'm going to do with Ariana Grande. Ariana's going to rely a lot on that new song they're writing for her. But Cynthia, even if they didn't give her anything new, as somebody who knows Wicked, first of all, Elphaba's just a fucking roll, man. I mean, it's the whole thing. Wicked is split into Act 1 and Act 2, and that's all the film is. The first one was Act 1. The second film, even though they gave it a title, is basically Act 2 of Wicked. They could have just titled it Wicked Act 2, and that would have been accurate. And in Act 2 of Wicked, she gets to act out her whole thing with Fiyero, and she has some amazing songs. She has No Good Deed. She has As Long As You're Mine. She has For Good. She has enough meaty stuff there. Just in the second act, like Defying Gravity is a song everybody knows, but it's not the thing that defines Elphaba. Elphaba really is a meaty role from beginning to end of Wicked. So if Cynthia can't get a nomination, then no one can. Like, I don't think there's a world in which Cynthia doesn't get a nomination and then like other people in the film get nominations, because the show already supports Elphaba more than it does any other character. So if the film can't do that, then all these other people who are like, well, Jonathan Bailey or Ariana's going to go to second nomination. No one else is going to get a second nomination if Cynthia doesn't get in, because Cynthia actually has more power and more emotion towards the end, especially when we explore where she's going with Fiyero. She goes sort of in a different, darker place. I can't see how they don't nominate her for this. So, moving down the list. I'm finishing off with Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. I couldn't really figure out who I wanted in fifth place. I don't feel like it's going to be Jessie Buckley, but I'm just going to put Jessie Buckley in there for Hamnet for right now. Jessie is a talent who just keeps floating around the circles. I think she'll be floating around throughout Oscar season. Maybe Hamnet will work for Chloe Zhao. I just don't know. I don't have enough faith in this, but I don't have enough faith in everybody else I'm about to talk about. So this is like the list that people are talking about, and some other possibilities. Cap Jennifer, Cap Lawrence, Cap Die, Cap My Cap Love. Jennifer Lawrence for Die My Love. I'd love to see this happen. She didn't get nominated for Causeway, which sort of gave me a little bit of pause in picking her for this. Lynn Ramsey is a tough director who directs some brutal films. It may not be the most Oscar-friendly thing ever, which is why I didn't want to put Jennifer Lawrence in the top 5. Cap Rose, Cap Burn, Cap. Cap by Cap had grammatical error, Cap Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, which I heard she got a good buzz out of Sundance, but I haven't heard much about the movie, and I'm worried the film is not going to gain enough traction to be able to get her into the Oscar race. So... Cap June, Cap Squib, Cap. Eleanor, grammatical error. June Squibb for Eleanor the Great. We didn't get her in the Thelma, and she had, so unless Eleanor the Great is somehow features her more than Thelma did, I don't know how that's going to happen, but... Cap Tessa, Cap Thompson, Cap Hedda. Tessa Thompson for Hedda. I consider Tessa to be on track for a nomination. I don't know if Hedda's going to do it for her. It's sort of a weird period piece. We'll see. I would love to see Tessa Thompson get a nomination. I'd love to swap her for Jessie Buckley. I don't get that vibe from Hedda, from reading about Hedda and seeing what it is as a film. But if it could surprise, nobody would have said The Substance was headed for an Oscar just reading about it. So, but we would have all said, yeah, we'd love to see Demi Moore get a nomination. So that's like that for me. I think Tessa has the body of work that supports her being an Oscar nominee. So I'd love to be her. I'd love to see her get her first Oscar nomination. I'm rooting for this. I'm not predicting it right now. Sydney Sweeney, she's got an untitled biopic that she's doing this year. She's kind of hot, and I don't mean that like physically. I just mean like she's kind of like a hot actress, like of the moment. It feels like the attention could draw towards her in a certain way, where maybe she could pick up a nomination. But the fact the film's untitled does not bode well. I just titled the damn film, you know. Jessica Lange for Long Day's Journey into Night. This film has been pushed so many times. What has it been on the list for like 3 years now? Can we please just release the damn movie? Like, I've heard she's good at it. Like, the word is she's actually good in the movie. What is taking so long? Like, it's not going to be a box office draw if that's why people are waiting. Is there not a streamer? Can nobody release this movie? What the fuck is going on? Uh, uh, oh, Emma Mackey for Ella McKay. Uh, maybe if James L. Brooks actually directs a good movie again, sure. But his last movie was not good. I'm keeping track of it because he has made great movies. I'm just not predicting it anywhere because, you know, his last movie was not good. Yeah, Lucy Liu's got a movie this year. I've seen her picked. Somebody went bold for her. Variety, Hollywood Reporter, something like that put her in the top 5. Listen, I just don't think Lucy Liu has the respect, but hey, you know, if she has a transformative performance and Pamela Anderson's her way into the race, you know, I mean, Pamela got really close to a nomination. I believe she did. We just don't get to see the results, but I believe she was like 6th or 7th in the race for Oscars. So if Lucy can do that, more power to her. But I want to see reviews for her film before I put Lucy Liu in the top 5. Emma Stone for Begonia. I just don't think this is happening. I don't care. I'm not. I said it when I predicted Begonia in other categories. I said I'm not predicting Emma Stone for actress. She just won for Poor Things, her 2nd Oscar, and she's won already twice in less than 10 years. There's going to be no passion for this. She could bleed on film, literal real blood. She could give real birth in this movie. Like, there's so many things Emma Stone could do, revenant her way, and she won't get a nomination. I'm predicting, I would actually rather bet money she won't get the nomination than I would that she will. But I'll keep talking about it because everybody else is going to talk about it. There's no passion here. She'll lose the nomination, and then people will be like, oh, it's a snub. And it's not a snub. They intentionally go, you're fine, Emma. Let's focus on some other people. You know, she's really young, and she's won 2 Oscars in less than 10 years. Do you think she's going to win a 3rd? Come on. Anyway. Anne Hathaway from Mother Mary. It's another film that's been pushed around a lot. So I just don't see it doing much. So those are the ones I'm tracking right now. I'd love to be able to track more movies. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how the year goes. But those are my thoughts for Best Actress right now as I see the race and some of the performances that I've heard people talk about. Anywho, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I will see you guys on the other side.